So I had an annoying guest at this wedding, right? He was nice. He wasn't like mean or nothing, but it was this dude. He was tall, kind of weird. He kind of looked like Sid, right? He kind of looked like Sid from Ice Age. That's kind of what he looked like. He was like tall and kind of goofy, and like, he would come up to me and he had requests, right? So he started up. He had 4 requests, like not right away, but like he came up 4 separate times, like early on, right as soon as I started. And they were all like, basic requests I was going to play anyway, right? Like his first request was Love Shack. And Love Shack was on the couple's must play list. And they had a short must play list at this wedding. It was like 4 or 5 songs. It was like Love Shack, Shout, and a couple other songs. That was it. So I was playing Love Shack, right? That shit was happening. That shit was happening first set. So he comes up. He requests Love Shack. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I got you, right? So I play it. It goes off because, the couple requested it. Obviously, their family members liked it, wanted it, and all that shit, right? So obviously it goes off, right? Then he comes up again, right? He's kind of like feeling himself a little bit because the first one worked. He's like, hey, man, how about Shout? You should play Shout, right? Like he's like telling me some kind of like revolutionary song. Like, whoa, Shout. Yo, wow, I never thought of that. Thanks, Sid, right? All right, he's already starting to annoy me. Another thing, dude, is because every time he like requested a song, he put his hand on my back, like just right on here on my back, like because he was taller than me too. He was like 6'5". This dude, he's like really tall, lanky, looked like Sid, and he would put his hand right between my shoulder blades and be like, "Hey, bud, you should play Shout," And I'm just like, "Do you gotta touch me though? Like, why the fuck you touch me? I don't know." Anyway, so he requested Shout. Shout was also on the couple's playlist. It was on their must playlist. Of course I was going to play it. And of course it's going to go off, okay? Especially if they've personally requested it. The couple requested it. They know their family's going to go off. Anyway, I play Shout. It goes off. Now Sid's got balls. Now Sid thinks he's the man, okay? Sid just thinks he's the man. Sid thinks he's DJing the party. I mean, at this point, Sid's like, wow, I'm 2 for 2. I am getting this party popping. Let me go request another thing, right? And then I think he requested Yeah by Usher. Something basic. I played it. Then he requested another song, super basic, that I was going to play anyway, and I almost didn't want to play it because it's like, man, I can't give this guy 4 at this point. You know what I mean? But he's requesting like shit that's like coming up. Like I'm literally like I'm planning on going there, right? So he requested the 4th song. I forget what it was, and the 4th song went off as well. But again, I was playing it anyway. This man is not helping me, okay? I'm just annoyed because he thinks he's the man, but he's not. And he keeps touching my back, and I'm just pissed off, okay? I'm just pissed off at this point, all right? I want Sid to go away, right? Well, then Sid comes up with his 5th and final request, a song I didn't think about. And I'm so mad, right? Because, like, I don't want to help this guy out. I don't want to play any more of this guy's requests. I'm done with him, okay? I'm done with him. He thinks he's the man. He thinks he's DJ Sid rocking the fucking party. He thinks, thank God he came to this wedding because otherwise, what would this DJ have done without me, right? I know that's what he's thinking. You could tell. He's got this little swagger about him when he walks up, right? Every song, it got to be a little more, right? Just a little bit of a swagger when he walked up, pissing me off. Anyway, so he requests a song called I'm a Bee. I'm a Bee by Black Eyed Peas. Now, I forgot about this song. It's been a while. This song's from like 07 or some shit, right? It's from back in the day. At this point, I'm like, yeah, you know what? And I literally gave him an attitude, right? Not an attitude, but I was like, listen, Sid. I didn't call him Sid, but I wanted to. I was like, listen, man, I'm going to try and get that on for you, but we only got like 15, 20 minutes left. You know what I mean? I'll do my best. I don't know what to tell you, okay? I'll do my best. I don't know what to tell you, right? So I kind of like set it up where like I'm not going to play it because I'm tired of this guy's requests. He, oh, no problem, man. No problem, man. Taps me on the back, right? Taps, just gives me a little tap on the back. No problem, little guy, 1 foot shorter than me. No problem. And then he walks away, right? Right? So 5 minutes later, I'm mixing. And I'm right at like 93 BPMs. 95 BPMs. I'm right in that realm. And I'm like, I'm a B would work right now, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played this in a long ass time, so I'm not sure. It is a hit or miss, you know what I mean? Like, do people still bop to it? It was a bop back in the day. But I'm like, it kind of would work. What do? I don't want to give Sid another request. I'm so pissed at Sid. So I said, screw it, and I played it, and it went off. And that brings me to some new fire. I'm so pissed off at Sid because I played the whole song, the whole thing, because I wanted to see if the change at the end worked too, right? If you guys aren't familiar with the song, I'm a B goes from like, you know, I'm a B, right? Like you're right in like the 95. I sped it up, I think closer to like 100. But then there's a breakdown in the song. I'm gonna be up in the club doing whatever, right? And it literally jumps from 95 or whatever it is up to like 122, 125, right? It literally jumps 30. It's a transition song essentially, right? And it has a hard ass beat, like one of those. It's that hard ass. What's his name that does all the beats for Black Eyed Peas? Why can't I think of his name on top of my head? Anyway, right? So so I wanted it worked as soon as I dropped it. Of course, I'm like, fuck Sid. And then I wanted to see if the transition worked, and the transition went off too. And now I'm up in the 120s where I wanted to be. This is where I wanted to be because that's another reason why I played it. I thought in my head, I'm like, this might work. And then if the transition works, this will be an easy way for me to hop up to the 120s, and I can finish my night out there because that's where I wanted to finish my night out anyway. Their last song was in the 120s, so I let it go all the way through. The transition worked great. Sid is on top of the world. He didn't think he was getting this song. Okay, Sid didn't think he was getting this one. Sid friggin' is in the crowd because you could see him because he's so damn tall and goofy. He's like poking out ahead of the whole, like his head is just like right above the whole crowd. And he's just having the time of his life. And then he midway of the song, he stops, he looks, he caught eyes with me because I was watching him mad as hell. And he gave me a point. From across the damn dance floor. I've never been so mad at a guest in my entire life. I never felt so disrespected. So disrespected. He pointed at me like, yo, bro, you're welcome. Like, it was a you're welcome point. It wasn't a like, you're the man, thanks DJ for playing it point, right? It wasn't one of those, you know, shout out to my man Nick over there spinning all night long, da-da-da, what a great time I had at this wedding. No, it was a point saying you're welcome. You're welcome for these fire requests, okay? Sid crushed that wedding on Thursday night. Sid went and bought a fucking controller after Thursday, all right? He went and bought a controller, and he downloaded Virtual DJ. He's starting his DJ career as we speak right now, okay? And I hope he is, because I hope he sees this damn video. Anyway, that's my story of Sid, and before I even, you know, maybe it was just the crowd, right? I played I'm a B Friday and Saturday as well. All three of my weddings, I played I'm a B, and it went off every single time. Now, I did make a cue point to where the transition kind of starts, you know, that bridge part, and then it goes into the faster BPM, so I don't play as long as up front. Like, I play like the first verse, first chorus, then I go to the transition bridge part, and then it bops. But, like, it's a great way to get from the 90s to the 120s. It's a fantastic way. It went off all three weddings, and when I tell you all three of my weddings were very, like, different and diverse. They weren't the same kind of wedding at all. So you're safe. Play it. You'll see, okay? So I guess shouts out to Sid on that. Pissed me right off, man. Pissed me right off. Anyway.